Good afternoon. Good evening, everybody. All right. Good afternoon. Good evening, everybody. I'm recording this in the afternoon. You can watch it anytime you like. Um, First, I'm going to ask for a little bit of kindness or patience when it comes to my voice. Teaching a full classroom with a mask on has started to take its toll. So we're working on things, but I'm doing my best. Um, that being said, your kids have been great. Um, This year, I have 4 classes of eighth graders. So if they, say that Mrs. Atkinson maybe looks tired or whatever by the end of the day, it's probably true. But these kids are really wonderful. Um, and so, just a little bit about me. I have sent home 3 communications so far, 3 emails. So if you have not received emails from me, the first thing I'm going to ask is reach out immediately, and I'll post my contact information in a minute. Um, please reach out because I try really hard to communicate on a weekly basis. You don't have to remember everything from back to school night. That being said, I'm also emailing out this presentation. I'm not going to read it to you. You guys are very capable of reading, and that way I can give you a tour of Schoology and some other things. But about me and kind of about this middle school experience. My own children are 25 and 17 right now. 25-year-old has a job. She married someone we really like. We feel like we did a decent job. She's a productive member of society, and we like her. We like spending time with her. We like spending time with her husband. Um, so, check one box. Our son is a senior. He's a really great kid. I couldn't have asked for anybody better to quarantine with. He, like your children, spent the last couple years in a really weird school situation. I understand as a parent where we've been. I understand as a parent where they need to go. And so we're really focusing on that this year. One of my viewpoints of eighth grade is I have curriculum to teach, of course I do. But when I look at that curriculum, I'm looking for 2 things. One, are we sending decent human beings to the high school? Because these kids are going to, run companies. These kids are going to be my neighbors. And they are amazing young people. I cannot wait to see what they do. I want to see them be successful in high school, COVID or no COVID. They are capable of overcoming any hurdles that have been put in front of them. I just want to be here to help them learn the techniques to jump those hurdles. I've also been doing middle school for a long time. This is my 14th year at this campus. I have seen a lot of middle schoolers. I've seen a lot of eighth graders. I don't get surprised very often. Your child is sometimes, and I'm only speaking of my own, is sometimes your pain. But trust me, I've been there, I've seen it. It gets better. And eighth grade is really where they start to turn a corner. They start to turn into these people that we know they can be. And it's so fun to witness. So just kind of my heart there. Excuse me while I have to reach up for a touchpad. My mouse went kaplowy today. Again, I'm not going to read through these. You can read them. And most of this information I've sent home via email. But our routine and what to expect. Those are the things I really want to kind of focus on. Okay, our routines start with a video and note taking. This is a change. This is a silver lining that came out of COVID. I've recorded videos. They are me teaching. So there's no no, it's me teaching. But now, one, if I lose my voice, we still have a teacher. Two, if your student is out for some reason, if your student needs to hear a lesson more than once, if your student needs to be able to push pause, they have that option. All I ask is that they watch the video and take the notes so that they are prepared. I really want them to be prepared when they walk into class. Then during class, we do a little practice and they get to start their practice, what we used to call homework. They're starting it and now they have teachers to support them while they're doing their work. It's fantastic. So on Mondays, very often you're going to see, well, every Monday you should see an email from me. Every Monday you should see our weekly agenda. And then we're going to do a review on a lot of Mondays. Tuesday through Thursday, well, Monday through Thursday, they're going to have homework. Tuesday through Thursday, they're also going to have practice they might need to finish. Okay. And then on Fridays, very often it will be a quiz or a test. Okay. So hopefully that it builds a routine for them. And I'll kind of go over that when we look at the weekly agenda in a minute. So as we scroll through, okay, what you can do, honestly, encourage them. Okay, let them struggle. I cannot say enough about how important it is for them to learn to struggle. I equate it for them as, hey, you guys, you don't remember learning to walk, but it was funny. You weren't good at it. And struggle's hard. But if they don't learn to struggle, what is going to happen when they hit the big stuff? Because a math problem is not the big stuff. And I really want them to not only learn to struggle so that they can learn math, learn to struggle so they can learn how capable they are. They are capable of doing this. And I really want to encourage them to keep trying, keep going. They are so capable. More about how I can help. Okay, that's all there. Some frequently asked questions, and I'm asking in my email if there's any others you guys need to let me know. Something we can absolutely talk about on the Back to School Night Google Meet. Where do you guys need help? Okay, and then we get all the way down, and here is my contact information. Now, I am borderline begging. Please use email. You can call and leave a message at the office. I only get messages at the office like once a day. So it can get really tricky to get a hold of each other. Schoology Messenger is like direct messaging or instant messaging on social media. I can't search it. I can't go back very well. I can't. So it has limitations that email is just better at. In email, I can send links. I can send more helpful tools. So email is just really what is preferred. And I'm really teaching the students to use it as well. It's a life skill. And I really want them to own that life skill. Now, our Schoology page. I know that we have some new families and you are new to Schoology. I know we have some veteran families and you could probably teach me something about Schoology. But just a quick overview of our class. There's a link for Savvis Realize. They don't need it. They can just type in Savvis Realize. But it needs to be Savvis Realize, not savvis.com. Links to so many how-to helpful videos. Oops. Let me fix that. Here's one that parents find very helpful. Links to our weekly agendas. Okay, so every single day, there is a calendar link with our current weekly agenda. It's there. We're going to look at it in a minute. But this document holds all of them for the whole year. So if your child was absent in week 3, they can go back and they can look at the links that were provided in week 3 and use them without having to search back through the calendar. It was suggested last year, I think, by a parent, and it's been a wonderful tool. Later missing work form. If a student turns in work late for any reason, they might have been absent. It might just be late. There might have been an extenuating circumstance. The only way I'm going to know they turned it in late is if they do that later missing work form. They need to do it. Most of our work is electronic. I have no way of knowing that they turned something in if they don't do that form. And then once or twice a week, I go through the Google sheet that it fills out for me and update. I don't want a lot of late work, but I want them to have a system that helps them, that supports them. Okay. And then I'm going to encourage you, explore our Schoology page. All kinds of forums here. Okay. Critical skills, helps and links for basic skills. If your child is struggling, and I wish I was making this up, 13 minus 9. 7 plus 4. Those are both ones I've helped with this week. If your child is struggling with basic math facts, get on there, get on Khan Academy. I can maybe send some more electronic tools. They need those math facts in order to get through the more mature math we're doing now. And then as we come down, instructional and helpful videos by topic. So right now we're in topic 2. Topic 1, we moved into the spring. I literally have a folder for every single topic. And every single topic has notes. It has videos. It has helpful tools that stay in these folders, and your students can refer back to them anytime they need them. They all are just built into Schoology as a reference tool. And then assignments. Assignment is this logo right here that has a little pencil across it. As assignments get done, we pass the due dates or we pass the late date. They go into this black folder or charcoal folder called completed assignments. They don't go away. They just get archived. And so if a child needed to go back and look for something, it would be there. Now, every single day, every student has access to the weekly agenda. They simply click on the calendar and there's a link. And I link it and make it as easy as possible for them to access. We're in week 3 as I record this video. So I'm just going to show you week 3. Every star on the weekly agenda is something students need to do. We might be doing it in class. It'll say that. In class, reviewing of balancing equations, blah, blah, blah. Okay, and then it'll say things like homework, due by. Those are each tasks that that student needs to do and needs to be paying attention to. This was last night. Homework, watch lesson 2-2 video and complete notes. Read these pages in the textbook. The required video is always linked right there. All they have to do is have out their notes handout that I provided. Last week there was a link in our folders. There's a link that they can print those notes anytime they need to. They watch the video, they take notes. That's it. They just watch the video and take notes. Then with that information, they come to class, we review, we practice a little bit more. And then they begin what we used to call homework, which is practice. They begin that in class, or we have teachers to support them. Second and third periods, we have 2 teachers in the room. We are constantly circulating, supporting students. So as they're doing their practice, they're getting help. If they don't finish the practice, then they need to finish it as homework. So tonight's, it says, do today, do this, finish as homework if needed. So if they didn't finish it in class, they need to finish it as homework. People work at different speeds. Then they need to watch a lesson, take the notes. Okay. So we really want the hardest part of what they're doing to be in class where we can support them. Okay. And then you'll see that the links are just always here. In addition to the required video, I always have links for other voices. Okay? We've all understood something better at some point in our lives when another voice told it to us. My voice is not the only voice. It is not the most authoritarian voice. Sometimes they understand it better when their friend explains it to them. So we really try to build on those different ways of learning for students. So every week you can expect to see a weekly agenda that looks like this with stars that shows what the students need to do. To the best of my ability, these agendas are done, ready to go Sunday night, Monday morning. I'm not promising that something couldn't change. Sometimes tech goes weird. Sometimes stuff is, but I do not just bounce like big assignments on them. That's not, as a mom, that's not what I like. As a student, that's not what they like. So that is the overview. I can't wait to see you all in our Google Meet. So for back to school night, you'll be joining a Google Meet. All the instructions will be sent out. And I can answer any more questions that you have at that time. Okay, again, here's my contact information. Have a great evening.